Boys, we got brand new MLB The Show 21 news. Now, you guys know that I absolutely love everything MLB The Show, so we're going to be going over all the March to October stuff that was announced in MLB The Show 21's Twitter video, and we're going to be kind of breaking it down and talking about why this actually could be pretty much insane for Diamond Dynasty players, especially with team affinities and all sorts of stuff like that. Now, before we get into this, boys, make sure you guys hit that like and sub button as we do everything MLB The Show 21 here, and let's get right into the freaking video.
Let's go!
In MLB The Show 21's March to October.
Let's go! Thank you. We're so cool.
We are so cool. Experience the thrill of a quicker postseason push.
Now, the first thing I start off about talking about is kind of just the brand new MLB The Show 21 stuff, and it's going to be talking about how it's going to be just like old year's games, how you're going to be going through key games and key moments, and you're going to be riling up your boys to win a postseason and win a World Series. So that's kind of just how March to October works.
We're the champions! Let's go!
Roll that gameplay. March to October.
So the first thing that it actually says in this video is it talks about how you're going to have more control over your roster and are going to be able to make more impactful moves in your quest to the postseason. Now, why this is really cool is that means that you're going to have more customability. Now, last year, I wouldn't say that there wasn't an absolute ton because there was still a good amount of stuff you could do with your team and your roster, and you could make trades and all sorts of awesome things like that from March to October. But what they're saying is they're going to be making it even more in-depth, and they're going to be doing more stuff with that. Also, you can see that this is actually a PS4 version, but it's captured on the PS5, so it is technically PS5 gameplay. However, it's also a PS4 gameplay because that's the version they're working on, because they're still working on the PS5 version. Hopefully that doesn't mean that there's going to be terrible PS5 graphics and stuff like that and more bugs with that since they're still working on it, but maybe they're just perfecting it, so you never know. The next thing it kind of shows is it shows kind of trading, and it shows team momentum. Just like last year, whenever you keep on winning games or you lose games or you clutch up in the 9th inning to hit a walk-off, you're going to be gaining momentum for your team. It's going to be red hot. It's going to be blue if you're cold, if you keep on choking it. And I really liked this system last year. It was a lot of fun, and I really liked how they kind of did it. It made it to where you didn't have to play every game, but you did get to do all of the really cool kind of key moment things that would boost your team or make your team worse. And it was all on you whether or not you clutched up or not. So you either were absolute dog or you ended up choking. I would do both. So it was honestly a good time, and I see that they're kind of adding more kind of customization. It does look a little bit different from last year, kind of more of a dark theme, but I kind of like it, and I think it would be something that's really, really cool.
Throughout the MTO postseason and even more user control.
Now, this is what's really cool, is this is what we didn't have last year, and it looks like it's going to be really, really fun, is you can actually completely rework your lineup and work your pitching staff and work pretty much everything, even down to your bullpen. I mean, this is really awesome, and it looks like a lot of fun because you just have so much customability. Now, what I really like about this is this just makes me really excited to play something like Franchise. The layout of this looks really cool, and I can see them kind of adding this over with Franchise too. We know that they're going to be revamping Franchise, so it really makes me wonder if we're going to kind of get this layout in other game modes too, and this possibly could be something that you even see in Diamond Dynasty. You never really know. Obviously, it's completely different, and there's no card art or anything like that, but it could be really cool to kind of like this layout where you can see the top 3 guys at every single position. I kind of like it. I think it's going to be really cool. I do kind of like how you can see certain guys are going to be hotter and are going to have higher overalls, such as Zach Davies being the ace, but then there's still Kyle Hendricks. Obviously, it's showcasing the Cubs here, but I kind of really like these players. I think it'll be a lot of fun to kind of just try this out. March to October, it looks really cool. I love how much control it looks like you're going to have. Now, those little kind of contracts looks with Chris Bryant, Jock Peterson, Rizzo, Dan Winker. I'm guessing those are more of your high value type guys and guys that you have paid recently. Now, I don't really know how that would really affect anything, but we'll kind of see how as it goes. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section below, but that's kind of what I'm getting from that. Also, keep in mind that it doesn't really show any hot streaks or down streaks on here, kind of like it did last year, but we'll see if that kind of just happens whenever you click on the player. Who knows? But definitely more customization, something that we have been asking for with March to October, and it looks like SDS is going to deliver.
All over your roster. Enjoy increased user control.
Now, this is what I really like. I really like that they're going to be adding more minor league call-ups things, and they're going to have more of an impact. As you know, whenever you were playing March to October last year, yes, there were call-ups and stuff, but it wasn't kind of as fun and it didn't really add some things. Some things that would be really cool with some of your call-ups is, let's say your right fielder's absolutely struggling. You got a prospect that's raking. You can bring him in. You can kind of do all sorts of stuff like that, see how he does. Maybe he has a glitchy swing. Maybe he's glitchy. Maybe he's really good, and he ends up helping lead your team to a World Series. Especially with bullpen guys and starters and pitching, this is going to make it even better because, as you guys know, in the postseason, lots of pitching prospects usually come up, at least 2 or 3, and then usually some bench bats and kind of stuff like that. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what they do this year with March to October, but I definitely think this is going to be something really cool moving forward, and I like the idea of this being into March to October. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and honestly, guys, this is just getting me really excited for franchise with all of this brand new stuff because I feel like this is just going to kind of beat the way that franchise kind of moves and kind of is, so it's going to be cool to see kind of what they do with this. As you can see, it kind of has everything that's pretty important. It has the overall, the potential, the level, and kind of just what it goes. The secondaries are going to come a huge thing. With stats, honestly, for 69 overall, this guy looks kind of correct. He's probably a left-handed bench bat, something you could bring kind of OP, and it's going to be kind of just something to see that's kind of different. I do like the way that this is laid out and the way that it looks. Again, franchise, I think it's going to be really cool, and obviously we'll see more in a second, but so far it looks dope.
Prospects to help your team with their March to October.
We were really focused. We took care of business and made it to the postseason in about 13 hours.
It looks like that's going to absolutely kind of rile it up, but we do get to see mini Tatis, puppet Tatis kind of dunking on the coach, so that's kind of funny. But I want to know what you guys think about the new news, what you guys think about March to October, if this makes you excited for franchise like it does for me, if you think that any of this is going to correlate to Diamond Dynasty, and if you think that maybe the franchise in the March to October is going to end up being incorporated somehow in Diamond Dynasty, kind of like what they did with Team Affinities last year. Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that sub button, as we are going to be grinding into MLB The Show 21. Thank you guys so much for watching, and MIP out.